Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Swaminarayan, Namaste. Welcome back. It's a Saturday morning for me, perhaps for you or another time. If you got your cup of coffee, very excited for today's show, sharing something very special for me. Before we get into that, though, let's chant the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhava Savaha Tat Savita Varenyam Bhago Dhimahidyu No Naf Prachodayat. You know what? I messed that up. I am so sorry. Let's do it again. There's no harm in doing it twice. But I think there is harm in letting the mistake go and just pretending it didn't happen. Om Bhava Savaha Tat Savita Varenyam Bhago Dhimahidhi Yo Naf Prachodayat. Wow, I'm just having a hard time this morning. Om Bhava Savaha Tat Savita Varenyam Bhago Dhimahidhi Yo No. You know what? My tongue is totally tied. So let's pause here, because sometimes you do need to pause. I'm going to take a cup of coffee. We're going to try a fourth time. So this is the first real conversation I've had today other than asking my girlfriend what time she'd be getting home from work. This is the wonder of live streaming, where I welcome you into my home and my life, off the cuff, unedited, and yeah. So I just had this thought before we try this one more time. You ever write a letter to a friend and you're like, oh, I've messed it up. Let me start the letter again, or email or whatever, because you don't want to send your friend something really bad. And if you're writing it, you cross it out. You know what? Doing this chant to the Lord is the exact same thing. I don't want to send God an email with mistakes. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's bad enough my hair is all funny and sticking up today, but he can accept that. But for me to just toss this off, now we've got to do this. So we'll take a deep breath. We'll try one more time. Om Bhava Savaha Tat Savita Varenyam Bhago Dhimahidhi No Naf Prachodayat. It's pretty close. I think I'm going to let it go on that one. My tongue just is falling apart at this one thing. Anyways, welcome to my show. I want to open. Well, we've already opened. I want to continue though with a reading from a wonderful book. It is called the Vachanamrut. It is the spiritual discourses of Bhagavan Swaminarayan, who was an avatar of God in the late 1700s, 1800s in Gujarat, India. He was an avatar of Krishna come here to clean up India. Millions of followers. You may never have heard of him. I didn't until recently. And then when I got into his writings, it was just explosive. So I consider myself, and I have officially been welcomed into the Swaminarayan Sampradaya. And today I'd like to do the chant that he gave all of his devotees, all of his followers, and everybody in the world. Anyone can chant this. And that's why today's episode is very special, because this is a chant I have recently discovered and incorporated into my life. And I'm very happy for that. So, anyways, a little bit of reading before we get to it. So, Maharaj Bhagavan said, when vicious thoughts arise, one should stop the meditation and should clap and chant Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan aloud without shame. One should pray to God, O Lord, you are a friend of the meek, you are an ocean of mercy. And also, one should remember a great sadhu of God, such as Muktanand Swami, and pray to him too. As a result of this, all disturbing thoughts will be eradicated and peace will prevail. Apart from this, there is no other method to eradicate such thoughts. I liked this quote because I like chanting. I like chanting because you can do it anywhere, anytime, in your head, out loud. I lead a very busy life. I have lots of things I'm doing. Sometimes I don't actually have time for everything that I would like to do, and I have to stop one thing in order to do another. And that disappoints me, but such is life. And chanting, though, is a great thing because I have this busy life, but I can still chant. I can chant if I have 5 minutes, if I have a half hour. When I'm walking to work, I will often have a chant in my head. And even though that's not the best time, because I'm not focused entirely on the chanting, I'm also focused on walking to work and the street and cars, it still puts me in a good frame of mind before I start my job. And chanting is so great because you can have something small, a little mala like this. I carry this one with me everywhere I go during the day. It just is always, always with me. Or when I'm home, I have my big mala, which is the one I use here. So I can keep this with me. I can get around it. And if I go outside and I go into the park across the street and no one has to know it, it tucks in my hand very comfortably if I don't want to be so public. So there's all sorts of ways of doing chanting. It's just such a great thing. And I want to chant today without further hesitation. Om Sri Swaminarayan Namaha. And this has been a long opening because I'm just very excited about this chant. I'm so excited to share it that I'm rambling. But we're now going to get into it. And as always, I will do this chant 109 times because 108 is the auspicious number. And I just think that's what you should always aim for. But I do it 109 so you can see my pace on the first one, and then you can join me on the second. All right? And if I make a mistake, as I seem to be doing this morning, I'll just start over and we'll backtrack a little bit and we'll just add a few in, Can never do too many. So here we go. Om Sri Swaminarayan Ya Namaha. Let's try this. Om Shri Swaminarayanaya Namaha. 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 Om Sri 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 Swaminaraya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminaraya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminaraya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayanaya 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 Namaha. Om Sri Swaminaraya Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayana Namaha. Om Sri Swaminarayanaya 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 Namaha. Om Shri Swaminaраyanaya Namaha. Om Shri Swaminarayanaya 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 Namaha. Om Shri Swaminarayanama Namaha. Om Shri Swaminarayanaya 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 Namaha. Jai Sri Swaminarayana. I made a few mistakes. I added 3. Why did I make those mistakes? Because I started thinking about, is the streaming, thinking about the heat coming on, and then thinking about, oh, I'm rounding it up. Oh, Swaminarayana was a social reformer in India who also was an avatar of Krishna. So he was a holy man. He was an avatar. He was, I wouldn't say a politician so much, but he walked in those circles when needed. He was a redeemer of the religion. He was a light at the end of the tunnel. He was a teacher, a guru, a friend, a son, a brother. He was Krishna back on earth to clean up a corrupted Sanatana Dharma, very corrupted, and a Sanatana Dharma that had split into lots and lots of fractions. I was just reading about this last night, and it was really interesting to me because I was reading about all these different Vaishnava groups that had spun up in Gujarat, India, and other parts of India. And, everything from Vaishnava to then you had also the Shiva and Shakti and all these groups. And I was like, wow, times have not changed. Because I look out in the world today and I see all these different Hindu gurus. Some of them preach something very different than I believe. I see all these spiritual gurus who, yeah, they have a toe in the water of Sanatana Dharma, but they also, it's Buddhist and it's this and it's law of attraction and whatever is the thing of the day. And I look at all this diversity and I go, it's hopeless to get the message of God out there because there's so many heathens, people who really don't have God. They're using religion, or people who aren't true gurus. They're just using religion. And so then I was reading about India 200 plus years ago, and it was like, wow, they had the exact same problem. Wow. I didn't realize that. I had always had this feeling that, oh, India had Vaishnavas, Shivas, Shaktis, and whoever, and they were sort of unified. You had the Ramanuja followers, you had the Chaitanya followers, you had whatever. But no, it wasn't like that. Just like today, you would have a guru spring up. Oh, I am the avatar. I am the one. I am this. I am that. And at the end of the day, you would find out that they're not. Their religion would die when they died. their people would become corrupted. So Krishna came back to earth and cleaned it up in the form of Swaminarayan, Bhagavan Swaminarayan. Now you may ask, well, how come Krishna hasn't come back today? Things are pretty bad. And you may ask, well, why did he come back as one person who many people in India don't know? Or, I mean, many people outside of India don't know. Why didn't he come back and bring world peace? Because for me, and this is just my opinion, sometimes there are things that have to happen in the world. And if he came back and brought world peace, those things may never have happened, and they need to happen. We're going to talk about this in a future podcast about the last few years, the revelations that I think God has brought to the world. God is great. God has revealed great things to us so we can fight evil. He has revealed evil to us. Well, if God had brought world peace a few hundred years ago, evil would still be hiding. So that might be one reason God didn't do all these things. The other thing is sometimes you don't need to do great things. You don't have to save the world. You just need to throw a pebble into the water to make waves. Swaminarayan's influence is felt Pakistan, India, Africa, America, all over, Santo Domingo. And he threw a pebble out and it has made waves. And those waves continue to make waves. I am one of those waves. The great teacher, Dr. Babaria, who gave me my spiritual name, a name which is hauntingly accurate, is another wave. Ananda Bhagat, who showed me that the Shikshapatri, the book from Bhagavan, is more than just a book, is another wave. Together we make a big wave, and we hope others feel this wave. So we're doing little things, and sometimes that's better than a big wave. Sometimes little things go a lot farther than just something huge. Also, God is mysterious. I don't know how God works. That is the honest truth. If you would like to know about Swami Narayan, if you would like to know who he is and what he has done and his philosophy, I am a humble, naive student. I am not the greatest source to go to. I will share what I have discovered with you, and I will share my love of Krishna with you. But I would recommend two great resources. One is a link down below to the Arizona, sorry, my pronunciation today is really off. The Arizona Vedic Cultural Center outside of Phoenix. It is a mandir, a temple dedicated to the Sri Swaminarayan Sampradaya. It is the one I am connected to. Ananda Bhagat, who I mentioned, is their webmaster, an amazing artist, and he puts up videos on their YouTube page. The link is down below. Some of them are the satsangs. I know today there is a huge satsang in honor of Lord Shiva, great Lord Shiva. And he puts those up, but he also does really, really informative videos on everything you can name, everything. And it's just really awesome and how they all connect to this belief system. Please go there to the Arizona Vedic Cultural Center for information about Swami Narayan and the tradition. Also, I would recommend a book, and this is what I've been reading. It's really cool. It is the Vachanamrut Handbook. It is the handbook to the book I was quoting earlier. So this is the holy text of the group. This is a guide that a Swami wrote that is just phenomenal. He talks about, God, everything. Talks about the culture at the time, the belief system. It's just this great resource. And I highly recommend if you like history, if you like India, if you like this path. It's not that big, it's easy to read, and it's just this awesome research. I am learning so much, and I'm only on page, oh, 34, and I feel like I've already delved into, like, I've learned more in 34 pages than I have learned in some of my college classes. And that's a good place to kinda close this. I will say one last thing. I have studied many Hindu gurus, tradition, belief systems. I'm not the greatest theologian. I'm gonna confess that. I don't always remember things and words. I just go with my gut, and I go with my feeling, and I know what I like and what I don't like, and it just happens, I can't explain it. I have taken some classes, and, uh, some have been good, some have been bad. Some have been like, I took it because it was there. But the education I have received in little videos, little emails, a phone conversation to a wonderful Swami, talks to a doctor who is a great soul. All these things, I have learned more in the last month from these people who have opened their lives to me, and I'm nobody. I am nobody. I'm just a servant of Krishna. I have learned more in 1 month than I have from a year-long class I took, a Hindu class by Hindus. It's unbelievable. I feel like Swaminarayan has just been like, he is just, this influence on my life is huge. It's exploded my head. It's exploded my heart. I'm getting new revelations every day, and it spurs thoughts, it spurs energy. I've started playing music again. I have not really been playing much, and I am not a songwriter. I just have never I like jamming with people, and you start playing, we're gonna ad lib and have a great time. And I miss that because I don't play with anyone anymore. But I stopped writing songs like, I don't know, 20 plus years ago. I realized I was horrible at it, but I've been so inspired by Swaminarayan and what I've been getting from this wonderful collective that I've started writing. I have a song that I've been writing, and it's on Lord Krishna, and it's just been enjoyable. Writing songs is not enjoyable for me, but this has been enjoyable. I've been so inspired. That is what this has happened to me, and that is why I wanted to share this mantra with all of you today. It's something very special to me, very personal to me, that I am happy to share with you, something on my spiritual journey that I highly recommend. And you know what? That's a good place to close the show. Thank you, whoever's been watching in. Please feel free to put your comments down below. This show goes out as a podcast in audio form on Anchor Podcast. You can also see it on BitChute and Spotify after the fact. If you wish to support this, because so far it's not monetized, but it does take time and energy to create this, I am an author. You can go down below to my website. There's a link to that, and you can find some books. I'm actually about to debut a new fiction series. I just had my first pre-publication response come back, and it was like, I can't wait for the next one. Amazing writing. So I'm very excited about that. And I have a few religious books that I hope will come out later this year. And I'm also working on an album of chants. And maybe on that album, I'll debut the new song I have. But you can support me by checking out my website, checking out some of my books. They're available on Amazon and other booksellers worldwide. Um, so if you like what I do, that's just a nice way of helping me continue. But this channel is not about money. This channel is about honoring God. Every episode, every show, every video, everything is a puja to God. This is an honor to God. And this is just saying thank you, and may we grow together. May we learn together, and just be ripples, little waves that just get bigger and bigger to keep the darkness away. Yeah. So with that, I say thank you for watching. Jai Sri Swaminarayan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.